What's up, DiaBEAST family? It's your boy Percy Robinson coming at you with another smash hit video. Now today we are in the kitchen and we are doing something special for each and every one of you. I have a question for all of you. Are you preparing for Superbowl Sunday, but you really don't know how to cook, but you want to put something together that is just going to blow your guests' minds away? Today, we're going to make vegan nachos, and also we're going to be making chili cheese fries, vegan style. If you are new to this channel, I want to be the first to say welcome to the DiaBEAST family. Also, please make sure you like, you subscribe, and you click the bell so you know every time I drop a new video, a short, or whatever I feel like dropping. I want to keep you guys in tune with what I have going on. But anywho, let's get to the video. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And I'll see you on the other side. Holla at ya, boy. Roll the intro.
Okay, DiaBEAST family, welcome back. So first things first, we are going to slice these potatoes. Now, with this episode, we are going to be doing multiple things at once to make sure we are quick but yet efficient when we are making these dishes. So we are going to be doing our potatoes / French fries. Now, most of you will probably go to the store and get frozen French fries, but today I'm going to teach you the easiest way to make these wonderful French fries. Now, in my last episode, I did make them, but I didn't go in depth with it. So basically what I did was I just cut them into thin slices, and then I flipped it around vertically and made these thin strips just like this. Now, don't worry, they're not going to be perfect, so you don't have to make sure everything looks uniform. French fries are not built the same, so it actually gives it a nice authentic look when we do it this way. So we're going to add it to a bowl of water, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add some Himalayan sea salt. Just a few pinches. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch of Himalayan sea salt. And once the Himalayan sea salt is in the bowl, we are going to mix everything around, make sure everything is nicely infused, and then we're going to take it away and let it sit for a little bit. So now we are going to work on the toppings for both chili cheese fries and vegan nachos. Now, the reason why I chose these two recipes is because we can flip-flop the ingredients. So right now I'm going to slice my onion into fourths, and then I'm going to apply it to my vegetable chopper. Now, I love this vegetable chopper. I live by it. It is just amazing. You can get this on Amazon. I will leave the link in the description below. It is a must-have. And then I'm going to add the onions to a container, and I'm going to push it off to the side. Organization is everything, ladies and gentlemen. I like to cut all my stuff, put them into a glass container, and off we go. Now with the tomatoes, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut these tomatoes into fourths and then add it to the chopper. This is going to save us time because we have our guests coming over, right, ladies and gentlemen? And we're again going to add this to our container. So now we are going to cut up our cilantros. Now, basically, you're not going to want to use your food chopper. I like to go old school with it with my knife and just mince it as small as possible. And just like the onions and the tomatoes, we are going to put it into our glass container and push this off to the side. So basically, we are all organized. We have our toppings ready to go. Now we can focus on the main stuff. You know what I'm saying? So let's start preparing our fries. So first things first, we're going to get it out of the bowl, and then we're going to dry them just like this on, just get yourself a paper towel and just dry it. And then in that same bowl, we're going to put all of our French fries into the bowl. Now, this is the fun part for me, ladies and gentlemen. This is where you guys can get real creative with your seasonings. This seasoning that I'm using is a black pepper Himalayan sea salt. So basically, I'm going to add this. This is going to give it that nice flavor that we're looking for. And then also we are going to add some chili powder. I love chili powder. I like to give my fries just a little bit of kick, and the chili powder does the job. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some oregano. Now, the oregano is going to give these fries a nice earthy, herby type of flavor. And then we're going to add our olive oil. Now, with the olive oil, it's going to make everything stick together onto the French fries. It is smelling amazing, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, everything is nicely infusing together the way I like it. And then we're going to add some baking powder. Now, I prefer you guys use arrowroot, but I ran out of arrowroot, so I'm using baking powder, and I'm mixing it all together with the fries. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, your French fries should look just like that, nice and seasoned and ready to go into the oven. So we're gonna grab our baking sheet, and we're going to start adding our fries one by one onto the baking sheet. But since I don't want you guys to see the whole process, I'm going to skip to this process, and we're going directly to the oven. We're going to set our oven to 400 degrees, and we're going to cook it for 35 minutes. Now, as the French fries are cooking, we are going to start on our proteins. And with the proteins, we're going to start off with our avocado oil. And then we're going to use this plant-based meat substitute. Now, these are going to go on to the nachos. I wanted to do this one first because it's a little bit drier than the chili mix that I bought as well. So I'm going to mix this around, and I wasn't really happy with the amount that I got, so I'm adding some chickpeas as well. Now, this chickpeas are going to give it a nice fullness that it's going to need, and then I'm going to add a little bit of chili powder to it to give it that nice smoky flavor that we're looking for. Once I have everything in, I'm going to add some taco seasoning blend. Yes, this is a must. I will leave the link below on where you can get it. It is an amazing blend. And then I'm going to mix everything around, mix and smash, make sure everything is nicely infused. And then once that is done, I'm going to add it to yet another container because we are not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. So once we have the nacho stuff in the container, we are going to work on our chili mix for our chili cheese fries. So just like that, we're going to add it to the pan. And really, you don't need to cook it for that long. I'm just heating it up. Now let's assemble our nachos. We have all of our protein done and our toppings done. So let's do our nachos. So we're going to add our nachos to a baking sheet. We're going to make sure everything is nicely, evenly distributed. And then we're going to add our vegan proteins to the first layer. And make sure you get it all over these chips. We don't want to leave any chip left naked. You feel me? So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our BioLife cheese, our BioLife mozzarella cheese as our second layer. And then we're going to add a third layer of meat. And then we're going to go with our BioLife cheddar cheese. And ladies and gentlemen, you can get real creative with these nachos. These are how I like my nachos. These are how my friends like their nachos. So you can be very creative with these ingredients. So now I'm going to add some chopped up onions. And then I'm going to add those chopped up cilantro. And look how colorful, look how beautiful that looks, ladies and gentlemen. And this is ready for the oven. We're going to put it to broil, and we're going to broil it for 10 minutes just to melt the cheese. Now our fries are out of the oven. We're going to mix everything together. Look how beautiful this turned out. Look how golden brown this is. And then we're going to add it to our dressed up plate. Now, one mistake I did is I added the fries to the decorative bowl or decorative plate without melting the cheese. So make sure you put all the ingredients on top of the fries before you add it to the decorative bowl. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the vegan chili on top of these fries. And doesn't that look amazing? And of course, I had to hand over a fry to one of my little helpers. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some onions on top. What is chili cheese fries without the onions? Some of you want to deal without it, but I love the onions. So we're going to add onions, and then we're going to add the remainder of that vegan cheese, the vegan cheddar cheese, on top of the fries and the chili. And again, we are going to set our oven to broil and cook it for 10 minutes to melt. Now that our nachos are out of the oven, I'm going to start adding the fresh ingredients. And that is the tomatoes and the cilantro with a little bit more onions. And yes, my little helper is pointing out that I needed to put more tomatoes on top. Shout out to JD. Thank you for coming over and helping me, buddy. So now that our chili cheese fries are out, our nachos are done, our guests are ready to eat. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are all done. I am happy the way this came out. And I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time and watching this video. You could have been anywhere, but instead you're here with me. And for that, I thank you. And make sure you like, subscribe, and click the bell so you know every time I drop a new video. And also, make sure you check out my book at DiaBEASTkitchen.com. It has some of the recipes that you see right here. It will give you some ideas on how you can cook these amazing vegan dishes from scratch. And also, make sure you eat good, you live good, and you feel good. And don't forget to tune in, tell a friend, and subscribe. Holla at your boy. Peace.